Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. If you just missed it, we're speaking with Steve Johnson with College Nannies and Tutors. So if anyone out there has a need for tutoring or a nanny, that was a great interview. If you missed any of it, you do not have to cry. Go to bobbyandjjradio.com. Be a fan of the show. You can also check us out on Facebook, Instagram. We will be on SoundCloud tomorrow on Monday, and you can see his good-looking face here on YouTube in a couple weeks. Just go to bobbyandjjradio.com. Our next guest is the great Rebeca Gonzales. She actually is with a really cool organization here in San Antonio called cafecollege. She's a native of the Valley. Is that Napa? No, Rio Grande, I think. She's fully
Napa?
Bilingual. It's not, maybe Sonoma. I'm not really sure, actually.
Sonoma?
Maybe. Graduated from Yale University with a degree in biology and has a master's of public health. And she has spent 10 years working with middle and high school students. I'm sorry about that.
Well.
Yeah. You got out for good behavior, I guess, huh?
Something like that.
Something like that. So what is the San Antonio Education Partnership, and how are you involved with that?
So the San Antonio Education Partnership is an organization that has dedicated the last 27 plus years to college access and college success. And so as a part of that, in 2010, Cafe College opened, and we are a college access center. So that's how we fit into that. We're one of the components of the San Antonio Education Partnership. So
I'm a layman. What do you mean college access? Like how?
So on the whole, we help students with college applications, financial
Gotcha.
aid applications, scholarship search and application. We help students with college application essays, SAT, ACT prep. So really anything that goes into college access. And of course, our goal is for students to go to college, graduate from college, and come out the other side with their degrees.
And so when do you start working with students, usually?
The earlier, the better, really. But we help a lot of students.
Embryonic? So if we get pregnant, I call you?
Well, maybe not that soon.
Okay.
But we do actually have some programming for elementary and middle school students.
Sure.
For the most part, we work with high school students and also current college students.
So ACT prep, SAT prep, scholarship prep. What about once they're in college? You help them, or right before college, you help them decide what they want to study?
Yes, of course. So we assist students with deciding their major. We help them with career planning as it relates to their education process and what they're going to major in. Really, like I said, anything related to the college access process. So even sometimes that adds implications with like helping with registration,
Sure.
helping with getting over those hurdles at the financial aid office,
Yeah.
with the college admissions office.
Sure.
Mhm.
I remember that was time consuming when I went to college. It was always trying to get money, and then you can't get money, and then the money's late. And then I didn't sign something correctly, and then my mom didn't give a W-2 or tax.
It was in
return.
English, that's why.
It was in English, so it threw us all off. But what about, so deciding majors? I think that's kind of critical, don't you think? I heard some statistics you probably know.
That's tough. How do you decide somebody's major?
Well, you're like, mechanical.
You're a landscaper.
I mean, yeah, but you don't know that until after sociology. I'm just kidding. No, but like, isn't that really important? I think there's a statistic that how many times do people usually change majors in their college career?
It's a lot, 3 or 4, something like that.
That's a lot, because that can set you back years.
Well, the goal that we start off with is to identify what the students' interests are.
Right.
And then, so we usually do an interest inventory with the students, and then from there, we go on to do sort of, we work with the Bureau of Labor Statistics website
Sure.
to help them to see what those jobs look like.
Right. That's big.
So you're testing them, and then you find out who they are, and then you're like, you probably do good in this.
Right.
But even more importantly, you're kind of exposing them to what they would be doing.
Right.
Because I think that's huge. I think that's what kids don't understand is that, yeah, you are a psychology major, but you're pretty much prone to either keep going to school or be a parole officer. I mean, that's pretty much it at the end.
Part of it also is helping them to see what's realistic. So some students might be interested in, photography, but, as far as a career, is that something that's plausible, or is that something that will pan out?
For sure.
And if so, then, are they going to go into like entrepreneurial studies or business studies so that they can actually make something happen with that?
And so with a scholarship application, what do you guys do in that particular regard for a kid?
So typically a student would come in and speak with an advisor. So I would like to say that we have one-on-one advisors that are available for assistance anytime the center is open.
Right.
So students would come in, they'd meet with an advisor. They would talk about, where they are as far as their grades and what they're interested in studying. And then the advisor would assist them to look at different websites and different scholarships that might be available for them.
So, Bobby's been thinking about going back to school. Do you help with some older folks?
PhD?
Whatever.
Huh?
Whatever.
We
GED.
help students of all ages. So, like I said, we start as early as elementary and middle school, but the majority of our students are going to be high school and college students, but also we help plenty of adult learners.
And when are you guys open, or what are your operating hours usually?
We're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 to 5.
And where are you actually located, or how?
We are conveniently located downtown at 131 El Paso Street. We've got free parking right in front of our building. And
I know El Paso's by the Cops Center, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
JJ's from El Paso.
I am from El Paso. Actually.
What a coincidence!
I know. That's
And,
why I know where that street is. Actually,
We don't make appointments, so anyone who's interested in coming down to speak to an advisor can just walk on in anytime during our open hours.
Sure. And do you have any events coming up here in the calendar for?
Yes, I actually we are hosting American Graduate Day for KLRN, and so they're going to be coming out to our center on Saturday, October 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they'll have some snacks and refreshments, and also be broadcasting their American Graduate Day show.
Awesome. So
from
that's
our site.
Saturday, October 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Cafe College, 131 El Paso Street, 78204. If you want some more information, you can go to info@saedpartnership.org, or you can check out their website, cafecollege.org. You can also contact them directly at 210-207-4528. Again, that's 207-4528. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk to Fred Reyes, which is trying to be Rey Feo this year. If you guys don't understand what Rey Feo is, which I didn't, you're going to kind of a really interesting interview coming up. If you missed any of the show, do not fret. You go to BobbyandJJRadio.com, be a fan of the show. You can go to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Bobby's still on MySpace for whatever reason. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
True.